Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to PreMarket Prep at the close. Spencer Israel, Joel Elconin. Joel, I really feel like every day is just the same thing every day. I'm tired. I'm tired of talking about the same stuff. I don't want to talk about these ridiculously hot EV stocks anymore. I don't want to talk about the fact that this trading range is the same. We haven't gone anywhere today. What is notable, I guess, is that it's a day for value. Value is outperforming growth. So I guess that's notable, but nothing is new. There's nothing new about today that we didn't already have last week or the week before. Correct?
Yeah, what Spencer's alluding to here, and I'm just going to go with the overnight sessions,
Sure.
very similar to the day sessions. The lows of the last three sessions are all between 42 and a quarter and 45 and a half. 45 and a half being yesterday's high. Upper right chart is illustrating that. But then on the upside, Thursday and Friday, we had a pair of highs at 82 and a half and 82.75. We got a little bump, got to 88 today on that PMI number. Market got a little overzealous there. So what you're talking about is exactly right there. Are we going to hold this 35-45 area and just rally into close over 3,600 for Thanksgiving? That'd be a nice for the week. Or are we going to take out those trio of lows? And as of right now, it just doesn't look like there's much pressure on the downside. We did get down near that area during the day session, but didn't take it out. So pretty much matching ranges for the past 3 days, and the week is just getting started. Taking a look at the crude oil market, pretty much where it was this morning when we were discussing it on the show, up 57 cents at 42.99, trying to work its way over $44. Gold getting beat up here in the red by $36.20, busting through the bottom of that trading range. But why own gold when you can own stocks? Silver, that's in the red by 75 cents at 23.60. Silver still has a ways to go to break down to the bottom of its trading range, and Bitcoin's kind of getting treated like a precious metal today. That's down $280 at 18,405.
Okay, so I mentioned that today is a value day. There was a big flashing clue that was going to be the case this morning. The Russell 2000 futures were outperforming the Nasdaq. That's pretty much what. And so the move today, the fact that the IWM is up almost 2%, and the Qs are flat. Not a total surprise when if you saw the futures this morning. I guess it's notable only because value didn't perform growth for 12 years, and so now it's happening every other or every third day, more or less, for the past couple of weeks. So I guess that's interesting. Jeff, talking about fuel cell, Joel, you could have got a fuel cell for under $2 on the last day of October. It is now $8.34, got up to $8.70 today. Fuel cell is not running out of fuel.
Don't sell fuel cell. It's nothing. It's just a story here. And you had a couple. Yeah, nice move at the end of last week. Inside day on Friday from Thursday's range, and busted out. So I mean, a low price stock, you get a little momentum going. That you get a gap and go. You get the Robin Hood and Webull traders on it, and there you go. I mean, up $2.79. Hard to do technicals on this one, but the momentum is picking up here in this lower price stock.
Are you saying that there's no resistance? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, you could use today's high, but I mean, we've seen how when these things get in motion. I mean, you've come this far, this fast. You got to, well, first of all, is the $9 level, and then for it to sneak into double digits, that would be another thing. But let's see here, 867. We've exceeded that level. That was a high back in December of 2018. Your next monthly high comes in at 1164. So riding the momentum on this one, the momentum is on your side. A gap and go. Pretty sure heavy volume in this one today. So people are just looking for something to trade, something hot. Traded a 500,000 shares. Volume started to pick up. Or no, I'm sorry, that wasn't. That's wrong. I'm looking at the monthly. Traded 100 million on Friday, over that threshold by over two times, 225 million. So day traders getting a hold of this one and pushing it. We'll see how high it can go. I don't think there's any like analyst coverage or doubt there's any fundamentals to the rally, but who cares? It's moving up. People are buying it.
Yeah, and the chat's dropping tickers. They're the exact same tickers that we've talked about, I feel like, every day on this broadcast for the last 2 weeks. Like tickers like Blink and Palantir, and even Tesla for that matter, Jumaya, SPE, all the same. All these frequent flyers. These are all the same names. What's hot is still hot today.
Yeah.
What's interesting is that today is more of a reopening day. I mean, you look around the market. The XM almost up 6%. Macy's retail is hot. Macy's is up like what, 15% today? Yeah. That was I didn't see that one coming. This was kind of the first real trend that I jumped out to me today. My first thought was, and Chad, I'm wondering if you agree with me or not, but like, do we think this is because of the retail specific, like Macy's? Do we think this is because of Black Friday? I don't think so. Like, the market's not that stupid to say, oh, Black Friday is this week, and because it's not really an in-person event this year, it's going to be all online, and everyone's going to make a lot more money and sell a lot more stuff. I don't know. Do we think that's the reason, or is it just a broader reopening play? I don't think. I don't know. Maybe I'm just
Mo, man. It's Mo. It's all it is. You know.
Yeah.
Yep. Money moving around. I mean, you think maybe the people buying and selling Macy's today really gonna, care about it in 3, 6, 9 months? No, they won't. It's just a momentum. It had the big range on earnings day, had that little, clear 950, now into double digits here. So, you saw what happened with some of these other retail stocks. And when money starts moving and out of one sector and into another, tech is coming off. It has to find a home. And, whether it's for a day or a week or a month or swing trade, have these companies turned the corner? Are people going to be going back? I don't know. But, you can't stand in the way of momentum. And that's what you have in stocks like Macy's.
You just said something interesting. The money has to find a home. There are only two houses on the block. There's the big tech house and there's the reopening house. And if you're not in one, you're in the other.
Amazon just went green on the session, but here are your big boys. Apple down 342 on today. Not a good day for Apple, pulling money out of Apple. Microsoft flat on the session here. But these stocks, people have been exiting them. As I said, Amazon just went green here, just by a fraction. Oh, clinging to the 3,100 level. Bunch of lows in the same area there. Google's in the red too. So out of big tech, this one, look at that, trying to hold on to that 1730 level. And the last of the big boys, Facebook. So there you go. Pretty much similar looking charts bearing down on support. I kind of think you need these stocks to, in order to get back to old-time highs. You don't necessarily have to have them leading the charge, but I think I'd much rather see them all green on the session than 4 out of 5 of them are red. But that's the rotation. Nvidia's up. There's a tech stock that's up 269. Hey. Clear rotation. Rotation.
Yeah. Can we look at Unity here in ticker U? We talked about this one this morning on the show. We noted the breakout from last week. Yep. Continuation today, up 5.37%. It's kind of the same thing you've been seeing for the last 10 minutes, Joel, which is just breakout.
No pain. I mean, who has pain in this one? Who wants to sell, right? The stock is going straight up, putting a bunch of lows at $100, and now here you are exceeding 130. It was just a little bit. I remember when I look at this at the pre-market, there was a little bit at 125, but had no problem taking that out in the regular session. You do have a seller here at the 129.50 area over the last hour and 15 minutes. Just been pausing here, but that could just be one one seller just taking profits here, but just up and away with Unity, letter U.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Let's go to the chat. But before I go to the chat, I just want to quick give you a rundown of the earnings. A light earnings week. The only two reports on my radar for tonight are going to be Ambarella and Nutanix. Tomorrow morning we have Best Buy, Dollar Tree, Dick's, and Burlington. Those are the analog devices, ADI. So those are the five on my radar for tomorrow morning. Pretty light on the earnings front tonight. Okay, let's go to the chat. I mean, God, a lot of these are just the same tickers that we've been talking about, so I'm almost hesitant, to even go there. Hey, I haven't looked at LI all day.
LI.
How is it? How is that one doing? Oh, it's up only 14%.
Yeah, that's having a bad day. Nope. Breakout over 40. Gap and go, and going to close near the high of the session. So once again, I mean, at a 15-minute bar, I guess you had a little sell-off midday, but this one took out its IPO high pretty quickly in the second month of trading, a little bit of a pullback, but man, they must be selling a lot of cars real soon here in the U.S.
Yeah,
But they're
I guess
not.
so. I guess so. Okay, here's a ticker that I want to look at. McDonald's. Let's look at that. Not a high flyer, and just nice, slow, and steady McDonald's.
MCD, the drive-throughs. I ran an errand today, and the drive-throughs are packed again at all these places. You had a big day on earnings day. You had opened up at the high, came back, had a big range day. But it's just been digesting that move as of late. So you do have a little bit of a decision time coming up here in shares of MCD. All these, let's just call these highs right here. Over the last, what looks like 8-9 sessions. 218, it's pretty much kept the lid on it. On the downside here, in the same area, show a little patience, wait for it to move out of this range. Not as many lows in the same area, but things tightening up between 213, 219, or 218 in the Mickey D's. Let's see if we can get a breakout one way or another.
Joel, speaking of value, did you notice GE today?
How over $10, right?
Hell yeah.
General Electric back in double digits. I think that Boeing news, Boeing's having a good day. Boeing up 12.35. So just a strong move. I'm closing over $10. Looks like for the first time since March. So GE, you had to gap and go. What was that? I know I asked this before. Was that on earnings? Or was that when Goldman did something to it on November 9th?
Well, that was last month. That was 2 Mondays ago. That was the Pfizer.
That was, yeah. Yep. Yep. Now we know.
That was the day that we were all gonna start going about our daily lives, like the next day. Like the pandemic was over for a hot second. The pandemic was over,
and then it was over again last Monday. And it was over again. This keeps on ending, and that's GE. I mean, it's just had a long road back here. It has some momentum, as I said, closing in double digits for this first time since March.
Yeah. All right. Elite Trading is asking about XOM. Let's take a look at the chart. I haven't looked at the chart for more than a couple seconds here today. Like I mentioned, up 6.5%.
Moving around, moving the money. Oh, but this is still low. I mean, it looks okay on the dailies, but on the monthlies, still needs to clear that $40 hurdle. Had this is November, so September, you had a high right at 40 even. Today's high 39.42. So people back on the road, they need that gas. You need a gas, go to ExxonMobil. So once again, the reopening play. I tell you, if things reverse, these things are just going to get slaughtered. But right now, positive momentum in all the reopening issues.
Well, that's why I look at these stable of 12 stocks every day, like, fuel cell and switchback energy. And because I'm waiting for the day when they flush them, and more so just out of perverse interest than anything else. But I want to see how high they can go and when the top is in. What about Village Farms, VFF? Let's take a look there. We haven't talked cannabis too much on the show of late. This is not one that I own, but it's doing really well. 17% today. I didn't see if they have news. Let me check real fast. They very well might. Nope, don't see any headlines in Village Farms today. Anyway, it's up almost $10.
Yeah. Here we go. Up $1.33. Big move. Last Monday, little bit of consolidation, and then just open up near the high from last week, and the momentum took it down moving forward. Of course, these stocks got a boost off the election and continuing to ride. This one took a little while to wake up. I guess the big breakout was at 650, but nearing double digits for VFF on the rebound. We used to talk about this one a while ago when it started to move up. So once again, rotate out of everything else into pot stocks in the reopening. I guess everyone's going to be smoking a lot of pot when they're doing their reopening things.
I guess so. I'm definitely biased right now. In terms of tickers in the chat, I'm definitely biased toward tickers that we do not talk about all the time. There's a couple that got dropped in there. Viacom, VIAC. We have not talked about this one for months on the show. Very quiet stock.
VIAC though moving up. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 high in a row. 8th day, higher highs, higher low, higher closes. Did back off that high for the day, 35.40. So giving some back. That's going to put some emphasis on today's close, because that is going to be the high close for the move. Moved up from 30 to 34 and a half in just a little over a week. So looks like you got a little bit of a breather. Maybe come back under 34 in tomorrow's session. Your 2-day low comes in at 33.12. So still got a buck way if you're trying to protect some profits in Viacom.
Did Joel get any new tires of late?
I did not too long ago. I saw that in there. I did get some new tires. It was about time. Got out of the car and saw a big rip in one of my tires. I'm like,
were they from Goodyear? Were they from Goodyear?
No, they weren't. My good old buddy Ross, who I used to swim with, works at Goodyear Tire, and I guess it all depends. With those electric cars, you're gonna need tires, right?
Well, you still need tires, yeah. I think
$11. You got to get to $11 here. That was your high back at the end of October. You hit it last week. You came up today. So important technical level here for Goodyear. It's doubled since that March low. I think this gets over that $11. Things start to open up, at least through the monthlies. This started coming down in January and February, then, of course, got slaughtered in March. So on the rebound here, this is one of laggards starting to pick it up here. I guess over, for the month of November, it's had a pretty good month. Started it out under 850, and now you're over 1050. But next hurdle clear, Goodyear Tire for sure, $11 resistance.
All right. Final few seconds, Joel. How are we behaving?
We're gonna close near the upper portion of the range for the day. Closed, looks like we're going to go out the board here right at 76. Interestingly, we opened at 72.75. Had the up, had the down, but not too far away from that actual 930 opening. We'll keep an eye on. There's been some trouble in the 35.80 handle over the last two sessions. We clear that overnight, and not much in the 3600s. Of it, the second all-time closing high at 3606.75. But another good day for the market in this shortened holiday week. We will have
white day,
synthetic Wednesday tomorrow, as we have that day off on Thursday.
Barely, not even a 4-point range today in the SPY. Just super, super quiet. out there.
That's
Maybe
good
that.
though. Holding in
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
in the base, and get ready for the Turkey Day rally and maybe for the Santa Claus rally.
Oh
in the
yeah.
year
Yeah.
end.
If I'm coming off as like negative, I don't mean to. Consolidation is good. I'm just down because it's boring. It's boring, but it's good. Like consolidation is healthy and normal, and we just ripped continuously for 5 months. So this is fine. I'm not concerned. I just wish it was a little bit less boring. Is all. All right.
That's going to change. All things will change, Spencer.
I certainly hope so. All right, that'll be a wrap for us. On tomorrow's show, we'll be joined by Jeremy Newsom from reallifetrading.com. I'm sure he has some outstanding bets with Joel Dennis that they will discuss, maybe not.
Oh yeah, that him and Dallas are going to do a little Zoom debate tomorrow.
All right.
Should be interesting.
It'll be fun. Hit that like button. Show us some love. We appreciate that. Everyone have a good rest of your day. We'll be back with you on Tuesday morning.
Okay.